Talk Podcast. It's sports talk from the people with your host, Rob and Tony.
How y'all doing out there today?
Don't forget to give us a like on Facebook at People Sports Talk. With the NFL League year just a week away, we thought we would continue with our top 10s list. So today, we got our top 10 running backs of the 2018 season. So let's get right into it with the list.
Well, hold on, Rob. I got a few notable mentions I'd like to add. Derrick Henry from Tennessee, Adrian Peterson out of Washington, and Nick Chubb out of Cleveland. They had great years, and they just missed the list.
Yeah, Tone, I agree. 3 great notable mentions. And a special shout out to Adrian Peterson. At 33 years old, still rushing for 1,042 yards and a combined 8 touchdowns. Great year, great numbers. Hope we see him back.
Yeah, Rob, great shout out to Adrian Peterson. I hope we do see him back next year.
And without further ado, let's get into our top 10 running backs of 2018.
You got it, Rob. Number 10, Chris Carson, Seattle.
Oh, great choice. With 1,151 yards on the season, 9 total touchdowns, great choice for number 10.
Yeah, you're talking a 5'11", 222-pound beast. A 7th-round draft pick in 2017. You're definitely getting your money's worth with this guy.
Yeah, you definitely are. This is a real physical back with some elusiveness. Something clicked in his senior year when his teammates told him he wasn't elusive enough. He really took it to heart and he started going after his opponents.
Wow, that's a great story. Man, you can definitely see that now as his NFL career has taken off. And at number 9, Phillip Lindsay, Denver Broncos. Now check this. He's a 5'8", 190-pound running back. He's definitely one of the smaller guys in the league. But he's quick.
Yeah, like that 41-yard touchdown against the Chargers where he bounced to the outside and just took it in.
Oh, yeah. Or like that game against the Steelers when he had 14 carries for 110 yards and a touchdown. That's 7.9 yards a carry. Absolutely ridiculous.
That must have hurt you a little bit.
Yeah, just a little. But moving on from that. Number 8, Melvin Gordon, Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah, great choice at number 8, Tony. With a combined rushing and receiving total of 1,375 yards and 14 total touchdowns on the season, awesome choice.
Yeah, and can you believe he only did that in 12 games? Now, he's an all-around back. He can do it all. But when he gets to the playoffs, he tends not to show up. But this is about the regular season, so he definitely shows up for that.
For all you Charger fans out there that are still down about losing to New England, don't be. If he could stay healthy next season for a full 16 games, I think that'll really help propel y'all back into the playoffs.
Yeah, good point, Rob. Now on to number 7, James Conner, Pittsburgh. This is a 6'1", 233-pound running back who doesn't take no for an answer. He's a cancer survivor and a strong-willed guy. I love this guy. Filling in for Le'Veon Bell, it's nothing. What do you think, Rob?
I think he's going to have his shot next year because Le'Veon Bell is out of town.
Ain't that the truth, but good for him. Now back to the player who made the top 10 list, James Conner. He's a well-improved player, blocking, catching, rushing. He's all over the place.
With 9 20-plus runs this year, he definitely did his thing and helped the Steelers.
Yeah, how many touchdowns did he have this year?
13 total.
Wow. I say that's pretty good for a number 7 pick.
I sure do too. And not to mention his 56 first downs on the ground.
Oh, he's definitely doing his thing in Pittsburgh. At number 6, Joe Mixon, Cincinnati Bengals. Now this guy is a straight talent in Cincinnati. He's 6'1", 220 pounds, and he's an absolute monster.
With 1,168 yards, 8 touchdowns on the ground, he's totaling over 100 yards from scrimmage a game. Like you said, a total beast.
Yeah, definitely. It was like that game against the Bucks where he had 123 yards rushing for 2 touchdowns. It's a 5.9 average. He had a 43-yard run that game. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he sure was, Tony. Now that we're getting into our top 5, this was real difficult. These last 5 could have went in any order, but let's just go ahead and get into it.
Yeah. Number 5, Alvin Kamara, New Orleans Saints.
18 total touchdowns on the year, no fumbles, Over 800 yards on the ground, over 700 in the air. Definitely an all-around back.
Oh, definitely, Rob. He's explosive and dynamic. This guy is fun to watch. Did you see that game against the Rams when he had 82 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns? Not to mention his 34 yards receiving and a touchdown. This guy had 3 touchdowns that game.
That was a high-scoring game, and the stats you just mentioned helped propel them to a 45-35 victory.
Now at number 4, Ezekiel Elliott, Dallas Cowboys. Now we all know this guy's a workhorse, but he got held back because of his league-high 6 fumbles.
But what kept him in the top 5 was his 2,001 yards from scrimmage. He averaged 133.4 yards a game, and he had 95 first downs on the season.
Wow, that's an amazing stat. Against Detroit, he had 25 attempts for 152 yards, 4 receptions for 88 yards, and a touchdown. Absolute beast mode game.
The way he runs through players, runs around players, even the way he jumps over players, really shows why he demands the ball so much.
Now moving on to number 3, Christian McCaffrey, Carolina Panthers. Now I love this player. He's a two-way player, rushing and receiving. He definitely gets it done on both sides. With 1,098 total rushing yards and 867 through the air, he's definitely an all-around player.
With 13 touchdowns on the year also. Now, he did have 4 fumbles, but that couldn't keep him out of the top 3.
No, they couldn't, because with a combined 17 20-plus yard gains, it was hard to keep this guy under wraps during the season. He's quick, he's elusive, he's one of the best in the league catching the ball with an 86.3 catch percentage. I mean, that leads all running backs.
Yeah, good stat, Tony. He really has become Cam Newton's security blanket. Good spot for number 3.
Now moving on to our number 2 pick. This pick was originally harder than I thought. So, he was one of the bright spots on a very, very bad team. He was Rookie of the Year. He's Saquon Barkley, New York Giants.
With 1,307 yards on the ground, 11 rushing touchdowns, no fumbles as a rookie.
Yeah, very secure with the football. He's very, very fast. He's elusive. He can run through you. He's an all-around player.
721 yards through the air. He averaged 7.9 yards through the air.
Yeah, he had a total of 15 touchdowns. Did you see that game against Washington when he had 14 attempts for 170 yards and a touchdown? 4 receptions and 27 yards. He had one hell of a game.
One hell of a game. He had one hell of a season. And that's why the Giants drafted him at number 2. And that's why he's number 2 on our list.
And now, with the number 1 pick, Todd Gurley, Los Angeles Rams. He's a 6'1", 224-pound beast out of Georgia. He lives up to the hype of the 10th overall pick in the 2015 draft, and he's our number 1 overall selection.
He comes in with 1,831 yards, 21 total touchdowns on the year. This guy's a beast. He averaged 9.8 yards through the air and 4.9 on the ground. 96 first downs on the year.
Yeah, over 40% of his games, he had 2 touchdowns or more.
Total beast.
Yeah, and can you believe Sean McVay would keep him out of the playoffs like that? I mean, the Super Bowl? What is he thinking?
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy over that. Word is he had an injured knee. Arthritis in the knee.
I don't know about that. This guy, he's a monster, and he should have been in there. Now, he's our number 1 pick, and he should have been number 1 in the Super Bowl.
I agree.
But with that being said, he's our number 1 overall selection for the 2018 season, not the Super Bowl. So this is going to conclude our top 10 running back list for 2018.
This was fun. I hope you guys have fun. Hope you guys join us next time.
Yeah, we really enjoyed this, guys. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at People Sports Talk. Thanks, guys.